So we're going to install the BuiltRight MOLLE panels on the inside of the truck bed on my 21 GMC Sierra AT4 1500. So I've got the cab wall and then I've got the side wall. So here's for the cab, and the side walls are still here in this box. So right now it's getting dark out, so I can't really show you much. I did start, I can't really see it, but you can see a little MOLLE panel there. So that's basically the middle part, and I have to do the other sides, and then I'm going to come and do the side panels. Only thing with the side panels is I do have this staple MOLLE panel on this side of the truck that has our water tank, which this is coming off anyway, but I have to replace these brackets. I bought these, I don't know, a couple years ago, but they faded within like 6 months, and they sent me new mounts, which is great. So pretty excited for that. But the problem is with that, I'm gonna probably have to, on the side there, I'm gonna probably have to adjust it a little bit, maybe shave some of the MOLLE panel off to get it to fit. We'll kind of decide what we're going to do from there, you know, how much we have to shave off and if it's worth it, you know, that sort of thing. So, but I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. No light. I want to be able to show you guys how I do it. And again, I'm no crazy mechanic that's really good at this stuff. I'm new to it all. I've done some stuff, but not a lot. So, but here's all the hardware. This is just for the bedside or the cab side. So pretty simple. Like these little guys go on the back to cinch in through those little oval holes on the back of the bed there. So, but I'll show you that and show you how that goes. Pretty excited for these. I've had them for almost a year. A lot of this stuff I've had for almost a year or longer, and still. All right, so it's like 5:30 in the morning, and I need to get these panels on the cab side of the truck done before I head out to the airport to get the old wife. So these, I'm gonna get these ready. So you got, these will go in those little oval spots, and I'll show you on the truck, but they need to go in. I'm going to thread them a little bit so you don't lose it. I'm going to pretty sure it goes the other way. No, that looks good. Settle. Pretty sure. So I'll start it, that way it can go in, and then it'll spin through that way. Yeah, I've had these panels for, oh my gosh, way too long. I just work so much and I never get any free time. So I wanted to be able to get moving on it. So I'll start with this one. love all their panels. Their stuff is so good. So you can see I have the middle one already in place. I'm going to take the so that's going to go like so. Alright, so I didn't need to thread this on first. Here I am trying to take an extra step. So it's gonna go on this one. I don't know if you can see that, but so it's got to go through that hole like so, and then pull back on this and twist. There it goes. So it just pulls into that channel. And we'll keep it loose. That way we can line that up like that. Go grab the other one. There's the other panel. What I'm gonna do though is, okay, I have the BuiltRight logo at the bottom. So then, make sure you guys can see me. I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nut in here, screw, nut, whatever. They all get washers. So you notice everything will be loose, loosey-goosey. Just to have it in place. Yeah. Got the wife coming in from Utah, and so I wanted to hurry up and get this done before I have to go pick her up. Okay. Oh, this other one worked out pretty smooth. So most likely this is gonna go. Yep. So once again, I tried to be a step ahead, and I forgot this has to go on first. So through here. Then okay. So from there, should be able to pull that. There's no way I'm that lucky. Because you'll know, like when you pull that nut, it's to pull that other nut through. But yeah, wow. I'll be damned. You know, I've been installing a couple other things this weekend on my Jeep, and I didn't get lucky on a lot of that stuff. I was putting in new fender vents from Metal Cloak and dropped one of the braces down in between the fender, and fishing that bad boy out was a pain in the butt. Had to take off the inner fenders. You can see that. Yeah. So right now, I'm just lightly getting these going here. We got these little other brackets. I don't know exactly where they go, but we'll figure it out. As you can tell, it's early. You know, when you got big fingers, it's a pain in the butt, some of this smaller stuff. Okay, so now we have these four, so I'm taking it, I'll probably go. So we got these. I'm gonna see exactly where they go. All right, so we've got 4 of these spacers, and you got to put the little rubber stops on them, and you can see they're threaded there. So there's some high points, so we want to just put these, let me see, yeah, we'll just end up placing them kind of sporadically like that. So and what sucks about being 6'2" is the back of a bed is a pain in the butt. Let's get all these out.
Pricey. I mean, like, you can get MOLLE panels freaking from just about anywhere, and they're I just really like their style, heavy duty, you know. And now, like, I think it's what's that company? They are called oh, they do all the mounts, all the phone mounts and stuff, but I think they started creating some of the same things that BuiltRight has, but bullet point mountings. So we have all of our phone mounts pretty much from them, and they've got some decent MOLLE panels. But what I liked about BuiltRight was they have MOLLE nuts that you can put back here that fit perfectly in here, and you can mount your stuff. And I know BuiltRight's or bullet point is starting to do that too. They have some, but that's why I really like these. But these are high quality. They're nice, but you know, again, you're spending a lot more for them than the average MOLLE panel. kind of pricey. Now I'm just going through and cinching these up. And I know, like, this whole kit, I mean, it was expensive. I mean, you're definitely not cheap. But I know I've seen some other guys installed something very similar that they got that are made in China, and they look good. I mean, but they're half the price. But again, I really like BuiltRight. I like their stuff. They're high quality. I mean, they don't really do any sales, but which sucks. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. I might end up having to adjust those, but there we go. So, electronic. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I wish they went all the way to the edge and they actually made them to where they went down to the calf or to the floor. You know, an extra couple inches on the side, but I see why. I mean,
Makes it probably production easier. So, but there we go. So that's done. And then next up is the sides. I got to take that staple mount off. So this here, have to replace these anyway because they faded, and they sent me new ones that have the new treatment on them. But I'll have to take that whole thing off, put the side ones up, and it'll be good. So there you go. 5:30 a.m. install. Not too shabby, but yeah, don't really need those anymore. So I don't need this. Oh, that's a bright little thing. Oh, I can't even tell you what light it is. I can't even see it. Yeah, so this is the next one. So we'll be doing that here in a little bit. Alright, so next up is the BuiltRight bedside MOLLE panels for the side of the bed. And this is they're heavy. I only see one. One side. There's the other. Whew, he's getting a little nervous. He's thinking, man, what was it, $700 just for one? That's a little nerve-wracking. It's like pulling the trigger to buy these things. It's like, holy smokes. There we go, get that box Don't mind my messy garage. Trying to make room for everything. Alright, let's take a look. Look at the hardware. What do we got going on here? Those sound heavy duty. Okay. Interesting. Oh, stickers. Oh, and the BuiltRight tag. Gotta love that. Sticker. Alright, we used those in the previous model, so I bet you these go on the bottom. Alright. Okay, so a little spacer and a screw. Probably going to be four of those. Interesting. All right. Well, here we go. Yeah, so these are. I'm gonna show you the MOLLE nuts while I have you here. So this is their MOLLE nut kit. So you can see how they have different sizes. So, but what's cool about this is when you have your panels installed, this just slides right back in there. And then you can add your, mount or whatever, and it cinches it up in there, which, I mean, a very simple concept, smart, but it's awesome. I mean, it's like some of these other MOLLE panels, trying to do something like that or mount something on the back, you got to find the right spot, or you got to finagle, whatever. So when I saw those, I was like, let's see how those work. And so on our back seat MOLLE panels in the truck, I was able to use these and freaking absolutely love them. So ended up buying like 3 or 4 sets of these. I think you get like 4 or 6 in a set, in a kit, and the kit's like, I want to say $20 or so, but pretty cool. And I ended up buying a few of them just because I knew I was going to be installing these, and we have things we have to put on things we have to mount on these, and I was like, might as well just get them now, well, the wife's already mad for spending money. So, but sweet. So next up, we'll kind of see how this goes in and take you guys along. And again, I'm no crazy mechanic, but I'm just trying to figure things out on my own, save some money. So cool. We'll see you here in a minute. So we're going to be installing the side bedrock system from BuiltRight. And there they are. So the instructions they have, there's a video online, and it's also when you scan the QR code on the little pamphlet they give you, it takes you to an old video, and in that video it shows like a 7/16 wrench, but it's not, they've changed it to these Allen heads, but then also it doesn't mention anything about these guys. These like the little rubber stoppers. So I don't know. These look similar to they look similar to the ones I had to put on the cab side, but not too sure, so we'll try to figure out where those go. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started here, and we'll play it by ear, I guess, see how it goes. I don't know, it's kind of weird when they have outdated stuff. You know, if they update something, you should probably update the instructions too, but I get it, you can only do so much. And it's getting hot. It's Colorado, it's warm right now. Okay, so one of the first things we want to do is, you got 3 of these little guys. We're going to take those off. We're starting on this side only because the other side I've got a system over there put on already. The staple MOLLE panel that I'll have to take off. Okay, those are done. So then we're going to need 3 of these brackets, and then we're going to need 3 of these little guys. Three of those. 2 or 3 of these. Just like that. Here's what I'm going to do. Three washers. 3 of these. Three, and 3. Again, it's pretty hot out. So boy, I might have to go switch into a tank top here pretty quick. It is hot. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna go like so. These are probably gonna go like that. This is what I'm thinking. Get that on there pretty good. Almost where it's snug. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I guess we're gonna find out. And I'm not tightening them up all the way, just Want it to be able to spin. To there. Okay. Then all that done. Alright, so we're going to set these first. Just bringing you with me as I throw trash away. I like to try to keep things tidy. Even though you look at my garage, it's a wreck. Okay. I end up needing these guys. Yep. I'm going to get a tank top on. It's too hot. Alright, so these are going to go in like so. So, and then you just do a little turn. That should see how it pulled out like that. I'm basically putting pressure on it to where I pulled it out and then cinched it down. So make it a little bit easier. Then we want it to be able to slide back and forth. And the next one here, same thing. I'll loosen that one up a little bit. So I loosened it up just a little bit so there's a little bit of space there. If we just give it a little turn, it should a little bit more. This is definitely where having somebody else help you out would come in handy. And you almost want them a little cinched too, so they'll stay in place a little bit better. So when we go to add the MOLLE panel on here, it's gonna get a little tricky. All right. Did I do that wrong? I did. Where were you guys on that one? Put it in backwards. At least I think it's backwards. These all might be backwards actually. Just cinch that down a little bit more. Okay. So you can see those are all in. Now we'll start with this back panel. So now I'll bring it down a little bit. See what I'm working with here. So I don't think there's enough washers. Yeah, 'cause there's two. Oh, okay, so I guess these aren't getting washers. That's interesting. So I'm thinking, oh, there's got to be washers. I'm missing something. All right, let's go look for washers. Oh. Well, I'm gonna use washers. It's all their other stuff. And yeah, I haven't labeled my stuff yet. Let's see. I'm sure these will work. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I got some washers. Yeah, it might not need them, but I'm gonna put them on there. All their other stuff did. So I don't know why it wouldn't. Okay. You see how not having that all the way tightened kind of gets in the way and makes it difficult. So I'm going to tighten her up a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going for this spot right here. I'm just guessing right now. So I'm going to start up here. do say that these ones on the side, they do require a little more finesse, which now I'm starting to see what they're talking about. Because you want to be able to, you might have to adjust this because of the other one. Make sure they line up, these panels. And what I'm wondering is if I'm going to be able to get that Allen in there to tighten those brackets down. My gosh. My wife is normally my helper. We do everything together. But she got back from a trip. She had. Oh wait. My bad. Where were you guys on that? Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Jeez. But my wife, she is my helper usually, and she's just getting back from being in Utah. Her brother's in the hospital, so that's tough. But she, it's been a whole week of them being at the hospital and having to. Okay, yep, we can get in there. Being at the hospital and having to deal with her brother not doing well, so she is tired. Well, now I figured out what those are for. So those are going to be nutted. Okay, so now it makes sense. I don't know if I'm, so you can see this, but these are where the little stoppers and the bolts are going to go. It's just getting in there is going to be a little difficult, so I'm going to have to figure that out. And I don't know if you guys have the extrusion bed rack, which is what I have here. I know when I ordered these, well, before I ordered them, I asked if it would work because of these brackets right there coming down to hold this thing. I didn't know if it would get in the way or whatnot, and they didn't really answer my question. They didn't really know, so I was just like, screw it, I'll just order them and in hopes hope they work. There we go. I want it to be about there. Yeah. So I know some of these you gotta space them out a little bit. So on this part here, we don't want to button up against there. So That's why I'm only doing these hand tight. Here, get this one. There we go. Come on. Two more to go. Jeez. That's a lot. I'm bummed they didn't give us any washers. I don't know why they wouldn't. I thought I got enough washers for both sides. Okay. So now I know what these guys, I know what those are going to be for. I know what those washers are going to be for. But now I want to see, do I need to pull this over a little bit, or is that going to be fine? Oh yeah, that's going to be fine because that'll come down right there. Sweet. So now we need to get those rubber stoppers. It's hot. Holy smokes. So these guys, but there's no other well, let's see how we can make do with this. Well, here's what's funny too is, so over there there's going to be 4, 4, 2, 4, right? So 4, 8, 12. So make sure 4, 8, 12. Okay, so then each one of these boy, I'm gonna need to get a wrench in there. Boy, we're not gonna use silver ones. Why would we use silver washers on a... Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with black. But then, what's that guy? See what I mean? Clearly this goes on this like that. So I don't see where these go. Do you? I might have to reach out to him and ask him, because that doesn't seem right. Okay, I need to get a wrench. I'll be back. Alright, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. Okay, so I ran out of battery, but I was able to get those back there. All you got to do is take your finger back there and do that number. So now we're going to just cinch all this down and bring it up a bit. I know you don't have to go crazy on that. That looks pretty good to me. So just tightening these all down. Like so. That scared me. All right. Last one. Go. What's nice too is having these MOLLE panels the way they're situated is a lot of times when you get these panels, you've got no room to be able to mount. Get your mounts back there, but get your finger back there, you're good to go. Now, it's gonna be a tricky. This is where the tricky part's gonna be. See you. I'll be damned. Don't ask me how I got that in there. This one might be a different story, 'cause almost. Barely. There you go. So a little finesse. And then to finish it off, we'll put the little BuiltRight logo on there because I like it. Well, I don't have an Allen key small enough for that. So I'll have to wait on that one. Yeah, it's crazy they're that small. I thought I did, but clearly I don't, because yeah, I like all my stuff. All right, next one. Oh, but before we do that, we're gonna have to look and see. So where that comes, and you got those. So we're gonna have to take that off first. So all right, here we go. I need to. All right, so I got my water tank off, because I do have to replace those. I'll show you the difference. It's pretty crazy, but let's see. I like that color though. As it faded, I like it, but it's nice to have a new set. And so now, not using this guy for right now. Oh, that's actually pretty heavy. Alright. So now I have to take these brackets off. But I'm not going to bore you having you guys watch me do those. That's not part of the MOLLE stuff. So I'll get those taken off and then we'll get started. All right, so time for the other side. So water tank is off. Those brackets are off. Now it's freaking hot in an all black truck. Everything's black. So this ought to be fun. Okay. So move that one over there. Take these guys off. Hopefully you can see that. Still don't know what those rubber mounts are for. Get all these. Make sure I do this right. Like so. That looks right. So same thing as we did on the other side. I know a lot of people just skip over this stuff, but if you're along with me, why not? Washer, doggone it. Heat's already getting to me. And I know a lot of you guys are like, some of you are in Arizona and way warmer states than us, but it gets hot. All right, so I'm probably gonna reposition you guys over yonder here. Should be able to see that. So same thing we did over on the other side. Position that in there. Then give it a quarter turn. Let it pull out. Pull that all the way out. And it'll be situating like that. Just enough to where we can move it a little bit. Get a little closer here. Hopefully you can see that. Quarter turn. Ah, got it. There we go. It's not like completely snug, but tight, not loose. I want it to be able to move a little bit. Quarter turn. Gosh, man, do a couple of these and you get good. Like I said, I love all their panels. I like BuiltRight. I mean, like I said, they're expensive and you can get cheaper on Amazon or somewhere else, you know, but I like their quality. And we're going to be putting MOLLE panels on the side of the trailer and inside the trailer, and we're going to use all BuiltRight. Just feels right. BuiltRight. Okay, so now yeah, so again, if you've got the extrusion Overland bed rack, these do not get in the way, which is nice. It's nice to know. So if you're looking at buying an extrusion bed rack and are wondering, you're good to go. I'm gonna just start with those 4. So they didn't come with washers, but I'm putting washers on. Start with this top one. Just remember, you want to be able to make it kind of even so you don't know exactly how they're going to line up. Well, that one is not wanting to take. It's just because I'm getting hot. Hot Nancy. Not hot Nancy. Hot and antsy. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a surgeon. Good grief. All right. Time to move along. That's why. Hoping that's not, hoping I don't have to readjust those. Should probably check. Is hot. Boy, I tell you, I'm complaining about this heat, but it sure beats freezing. Okay. Resting on that a bit. So I do want to move these over. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this one off. That's my neighbor. She's a total Karen. I'm going to go on the other side of this guy. See what I did there? I just went on the other side of that. Give it a little bit more space to be able to move. Yeah. Oh, that's not doing any good. You guys can't even see me. So I moved it onto the other side of this little bar here. Boy, this one's not wanting to take. Yeah, that one's there we go. Okay, so I was able to move it onto this side so I can bring it this way just a tad. That way when this one's on there, it's not resting completely. It's not resting completely on there. There we go. Alright. Get the rest of these on. Alright, a couple more. Which one am I missing? We got extra. I shouldn't have extra. Oh, maybe they give us extra. Tell you what, this one is being a bee. Okay. So now, bring this guy, this guy. This is where your fingers need to be on it. Not on there. That's good. Huh, guess we didn't have an extra one. Interesting. Man, I mean, I have some big fingers, but I know there's some of you guys have way bigger fingers than I do. I don't know how in the heck they get some of these in here. Oh God. right. So once that's up like that, okay. There we go. That's where I want it. Almost there. Now all we have left is finagling this wrench in here. Get out of here. Go. Man. There we go. So there you have it. Whew. Hot. Hot. All right. Whew. I'm a sweaty mess. So there we go. I'll clean this up a little bit and show you the finished look here. All right, so final outcome. There's the driver's side, the cab, and then the passenger side. I have not put the stapled MOLLE panel on the side of the truck yet. It's getting a little too hot out here for my taste. and I'm sweating up a storm. So, but yeah, there you go. BuiltRight MOLLE panels for your truck bed, the whole set. And couldn't put the BuiltRight tags on because I don't have an Allen wrench that small, so they'll have to wait. There you go. Overall, install was easy. I mean, the cab part of the bed I did this morning at, what was it, 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock, something like that, and that was really easy. Those ones, that's a simple one, but it's probably also because it's nice and cool. So, but yeah, overall, love it. Great. Can't wait to start adding stuff to it now. Thanks for watching, guys.